You can't tell me that. So that's why I hold back in telling people certain things.
Correct.
Because I look at
You know
certain
it was for
things,
you.
I know it was for me, and I look at certain things, that's just off key. You need to go give me more information. You think, say, I can go and present the people then with that information?
All right.
And if I go and present the people...
But he's saying that he felt that way, but eventually he got it.
Wait,
whoa. If he received it, he should be able to deliver it.
Yes, and I see what the brother is saying is true. So now, you see what you've got in front of you. You understand? Because you see, you've studied the doctrine. You've read that particular book. You understand? And that book's called The Melaninite Children. And in studying that book, I think it's called Nuwaubu class C or D, but in studying that book, it tells you about certain elements. It tells you about copper, it tells you about gold, it tells you about chlorophyll, it tells you about certain things, and it was given as an education on elements in that particular book to raise our level of awareness, to go and try to understand what it is he was talking about. Because sometimes we was in such a negative mindset, we weren't up to the levels of understanding what was being said. So you had to go and break it down for us in the ABC format. So when he started to go and break things down, I said, wow, that's interesting. I still didn't want to go and talk about it because it was too complex to go and talk about.
Brother, it's very simple. Brother, okay, listen. And the reason I'm asking you, Brother Ray, is because I've spoken to other Nuwaubics, because I know them, I lived around them, and they was able to articulate it. And now listen. Even though it's total madness.
Okay, articulate the madness.
Let's make this clear. Even though it's total madness, at least they was willing to stand. Listen. At least they was willing to stand with what they believe.
Okay, then share that madness, because you see, if they've recorded it, articulate to you. Hopefully, you've got the intellect to go and remember what was being said. And if you could go and articulate what the brother says, or I said, articulate the madness back to us.
Okay,
and then
let me explain the madness. I'll explain it. Okay. What it was is, I seen the brother. He was just, we was working outside a corporate office, and the guy once a week come and cut the grass. So this dude, every week he would, after the grass was cut, he would go downstairs and grab himself a paper bag and fill it up with the grass. So I was trying to figure out what this guy was doing. So one day I seen him do it. I'm like, man, is he eating grass? So he was actually eating the grass that was cut.
Wow.
So I went and spoke with him and say, well, brother, why are you eating grass?
Great question.
Now, he was dealing with the holy tablets. He said, well, listen, brother. He says that we are from, he said, listen, I want to share something with you. Now, at that time, this brother did not know that I already knew that I was a Hebrew because it was at work. This was years ago. I'm talking about 1996. So he thought that I was just a regular brother who didn't know anything or whatever the case is. And he said, well, well, brother, I'm going to tell you something, and you need to hear this. I'm like, okay, all right, He said, well, brother, we're not from here. We're from the planet Risk. I'm like, well, okay, what is the planet Risk? And he started talking about the galaxies that we were from here in the beginning, and we came, and we were the reptilians, and we were originally green. And he says that he's eating grass so he can get back his original color.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the brother, and I'm like, well, okay, brother, have you changed yet? He's like, he said he's been changing. He says that, I'm like, so how did you turn brown, or how did we turn brown? This brother said that through time and through sin, we rusted, and we lost our original color. And he had his tablets, his so-called holy tablets, the first year that Dr. York actually did the tablets. He had them with him. So I knew right there, he couldn't show anything, but he was able to articulate it and stood with it. He said through time and through sin, we turned brown. Now, the only thing that was coming to my mind at that point is Hosea 4:6, where it says in the scriptures, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And because we rejected knowledge, the Most High have rejected us. We have fell to a point where our people are now following lawnmowers and going to get grass to eat to turn green. And Dr. York is telling them this is okay. I'm saying these are the depths our people have fell.
You see, you know what bad interpretation does.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, brother, we're going to stop this interpretation thing too, because I'm going to say this. Listen to me clearly.
Okay.
Listen to me clearly.
Okay.
Because when you keep on saying interpretation, you're making it seem like someone else have an alternative idea. No, there's no alternative idea. There's no interpretation. You have an understanding to get you to where you are right now.
True.
We don't want to hear all different views.
Okay.
Only thing we're trying to figure out is what your view is. How did we turn green? And do you believe that we were once green? And if you admit that we were once green, then the people out there can make an educated understanding of what not to follow going forward.
And what to follow.
Listen, brother, and that's why I brought that out.
Okay.
And listen, this brother have full power. I'm talking about the power that Dr. York has. He was telling people how he levitated and how he do all these things. And I know a brother that went to Georgia and say they seen him levitate. And I'm like, okay, this brother now...
Like David Blaine levitate.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, right now, this brother is in jail. And he can't get out.
So let me just get this straight now. You've read all of them books. I'm not going to go into it no more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind the conversation because we had a long conversation. And God Jeremiah, because I tried to go and leave before he got into the story of the greed man. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave now. You know what I'm saying? And Ricardo, stay blessed on the blessed journey. You know what I'm saying?
Brother.
And as we stay on the conversational point, we always stay on conversations because right now we've connected. We're connected in the manner that we've connected. And we're going to have the reason. There's more reasoning to be had. And God Jeremiah, blessed for having me, or Gadra especially. Blessed for having me on search engine, you know what I'm saying? And Anthony Down, if you're listening, you know what I mean, all condolences go out to you. And we'll always catch you because there's always another day. And there's always more time to go and talk, Brother Ricardo. You know what I'm saying? All right, bless up.
Okay. Bless you, brother. Bless you. May the Most High be with you.
Yeah, give thanks.
Ray, yes, man. Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
I know that we lick it. You know, it was a late thing, and you just come in because of the vibration.
Well, you know what? Try your best to go and get part 2 tomorrow. Please. I got 2 hours to go and throw something in, and I do feel.
Well, it's like him to ring it on your show.
No. I mean, just you could ring it if you want. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, I'm gonna try and piece some of the stuff together.
Yeah. You want to come in on your show tomorrow?
No, because it's gonna. Cause I just want to go just because right now there's too many reference points.
Yeah.
You understand? To go and the following week, yes. You know what I'm saying? It's my first time back tomorrow.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, yeah, I do Ricardo with me, Raymond Bell, a reference point. I do need a little time to go and prepare because more times that I was saying things and fear of being misinterpreted.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
listen.
Yeah. So
put your thing together, right? Put your show together. Do your thing. Take your time that you need. You have my number. We can link. When we link up, we get Brother Raka. We come in and then whatever we need to do whatever that needs to be done.
Yeah.
You understand? I have some texts here, but I don't even want to read them.
Can I just say something before you get into text, if you're going to do that? And this is a very serious point because we started earlier in the program talking about why we as a people fail to grow and get forward. And this is a typical example of why. Typical example of why. Last week I heard a brother come on the radio and talk to this Brother Rakar, and it ended similarly, where there was a lot of time used up with going backwards and forwards and not having clarity. But what I tried to do earlier was to find out what Ray was willing to answer and what he was not willing to answer. And all that's happened really is that Brother Rakar has kind of called him out and said, okay, can you answer me this, can you answer me this? And Ray could have quite easily said, well, actually, no, I won't answer that tonight because I need to deal with this tomorrow when I've gotten all my bits and pieces together and I know exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I also have to consider that there are people who will misconstrue what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And therefore, I don't want to get into this off the cuff as you've dragged me in. I want to come to it in a position of strength and understanding and power.
All right, no, but all right.
Can I go and just go?
Hold on, before you
were going to go.
Before you go, right? Wouldn't you not say though, right? This is my thing now. Is that at the beginning, right? We all could have stayed clear as to what we believe in and what is it that we're talking about. Now I know as a host, right? As our host, we're supposed to kind of be a little bit impartial and go through and listen to both sides of the coin. But that wasn't the case tonight. The case tonight was that we all coming together to talk, to throw it out on the table and hear what is what. No, for my thing, no. Why we hit the stumbling block, right? Is because Brother Ray is of a different understanding. No, Brother Ray, I think you should have said that from the beginning.
Yes. Yeah.
You should have said that from
Well,
from the beginning of the conversation, what it is that you believe and why we couldn't go past where we were.
Yeah.
You understand? And it took an hour really for it to come out, for that to come out. Now I understand that what you're saying about being prepared and all that, but you came to the show.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So you must have an understanding of what it is that you was getting yourself into.
He didn't know where it was going to go.
No. But I never say you know. I say you must have an understanding of the way that we're going with the discussion. So really and truly, I am a bit disappointed now. At the point that we here at 3 in the morning for you to tell us we have to do it tomorrow or the next time, I am really disappointed. And this isn't an attack on Ray. And Ray Bell.
I don't feel it as an attack.
You get me? This is just Gaja saying, listen. Yes. It took us. You understand? A long time for come to that, and really and truly, for come now to 3:30, well, 3:15 in the morning, now,
in the cold,
at that, and people out there listening. That I think we should have have an answer, at least have an answer to a couple of the questions. No,
I know how disappointing it is when you start to hear something you're interested in.
and then we can't finish. No, Ray, when you're saying that people might misconstrue what you're saying or misinterpret, because we use that word a lot tonight, right? I don't think that really matters right now, because what you're saying is what you're saying.
But it matters to him.
No. I'm talking about the people who are listening, and what he's worried about is like if what you believe right now is something that you need to just say what it is. You understand? Because it will end that bit of confusion, that bit of grey area that we're in right now. And I feel that we've done well. We've been to the point that we reach right now. But to go bring this to our next conversation now and to our next time, it kind of like, boy, we're defeating the purpose right now. What we really are trying to do. Really.
It might be as well then next time that you don't have a guest on of a different persuasion, but rather have
because that is the whole thing. I don't mind having someone who thinks something very contrary to what Brother Rakar is saying. As a matter of fact, I found on YouTube a guy who actually does not believe in what Brother Rakar is saying, and I was trying to contact him to get him to talk via the phone if Brother Rakar was gonna be in, so that we're not listening to one man preaching an idea or something that is there, that is what he believes in. So for the fact that we have 2 or 3 people here that believe something different, then we can then look at things very objectively. We can then come into that now. That is what I believe in.
And I accept that as fact. I don't mind that, You're saying when you're trying, don't think we're accepting it for what it is. I'm accepting what the conversation is for what it is, but the misinformation is my key and clear point. Mark's trying to tell you over and over again. You see, if you get the information missed, that's why I said at the top of the hour mark, when we very first started, we were dealing with clear reasoning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stage by stage, so it's clear. When you go and jump off into ambiguity, agreement and right, and it can't be explained, because it takes time to be explained. You can just say that. I'm going, Gadjo. You can just say that, and it becomes that, and we now know it is a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? We can't say what is that 9 before we explain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and how we got to that. You know what I'm saying? And that does take time. So when people talk about the end product, and we